Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. It is the weekend, that means that it's time for the weekly chart breakdown. Now without further ado, I'd say let's get right into it. So as always, we start off on my favorite pair, GBPJPY, and I start off on the weekly time frame and then do my top down analysis. So on the weekly time frame, we can see that the last weekly candle closed in a huge bearish engulfing, as we can see here, and we also broke previous weekly support, which we can see here. Here we had a form of a support, here we also had a form of a support, and right here. And now with the last candle on the weekly time frame, we broke this support. Now that is already the first sign that we are in a bearish trend. Now going down into the daily time frame, we can also see that price has been forming lower lows and lower highs all of the time. And we are currently trading at a lower low because we closed below this daily support zone right here as well. Now coming down into the 4-hour time frame right here, we can see that, price had huge bearish momentum the last few weeks or few days. So we could expect some further bearish volume off of this point right here. But we do need to keep in mind that we are currently at a major weekly support level, which we can also see right here, and we are currently here. So every time our price reached this weekly level, we had some form of bullish push all the way back up. So we should be careful, trying to sell based off the support on the weekly time frame. So what I would ideally like to see is a break below our weekly support. If we can get this break below, then wait for retest to sell back down into the next daily zone. This will be a super high probability sell. Now, if this should not happen, if we should see price pushing bullish from this moment on, we could see price coming back into this daily support and resistance level right here, which I also marked off. As you can see here, we had a form of a resistance all through here, support through here. So that means that this is a key level for the daily and weekly time frame. So we could see price pull back into this zone and then create a new higher low on the 4-hour time frame for us to continue to sell, because as you can see, we had like this huge bearish volume here, but we never had a form of a pullback. So we had this leg here. Now we're going to wait for the pullback to then look to continue selling back down. So if you are looking to sell, there are two scenarios that could play out. So the first one would be wait for a break and retest below the weekly support, and the second one is wait for a pullback all the way up into this 157,800 level to then look to sell down. Now if you want to look for short-term buys, you can wait for a break above this 4-hour support and resistance zone, wait for a retest down here, then wait for an entry signal to buy up, but with low risk up into this resistance level right here. Now once price reaches here, you could consider looking for sells all the way back down. Now if we should not get a rejection of this weekly resistance level right here, we could wait for a break above, 4-hour close above, wait for a retest to then look to buy up into our next 4-hour zone, which would be right here, but all of that with medium risk because it will be against the overall trend, which currently is bearish. So my BS on GJ as of right now is very bearish. Okay, so now coming to the pair GBPUSD, we start off on the weekly time frame as well, and as you can see, the last weekly candle closed in a huge bullish momentum, bullish engulfing candle after this rejection doji right here. Now all of these are signs for bullish volume, and we could see price continuing in a bullish trend. So now let me activate these levels here. When we go down into the daily time frame, we can see that we had a previous daily resistance zone, which was here, and we've broken above, had our retest, and now also closed in a form of a bullish candle above our daily level. So that is also a sign that we could look to continue looking for buys. Now coming down into the 4-hour time frame, we can see the price is currently in a form of a range. So it's basically consolidating between this range right here. So in this range, I would not consider entering for a trade. What I would like to see ideally is a break above this resistance zone right here on the 4-hour time frame. Wait for a 4-hour candle close above, wait for a retest, and then for an entry signal on the 30-minute or 50-minute time frame to then look to buy up into this next daily support and resistance zone right here. Now if that should not happen, if we should break below the daily support level, I would like to see price break below this low right here, then wait for a retest back into this resistance level to then look to sell down into the next daily level. But keep in mind that this will be counter trend trading, so I would only enter with medium risk on this trade. So higher probability would be looking for buys, wait for a break above, wait for retest to then to buy up into this next zone. And if we should continue bullish, you can, you know, hold or wait for a retest right here, and then wait for a formation of a new higher low to then look to continue buying up into our next daily support and resistance zone over here. But BS overall, very bullish on GU. And last but not least, we come to the pair gold dollar, and here on the weekly time frame we see this huge bullish momentum candle just like the week before and the week before. So we can see that price is on a huge bullish run right now, so I would not look for sales whatsoever. Now let me activate my levels. When we go down into the daily time frame, we see basically the same thing. We see that price closed in a huge bullish engulfing candle, breaking above our daily resistance zone, which was here at the 1907 point. So then going down into the daily time frame, we also see, of course, a form of a resistance at 1907 and a huge bullish candle, bullish engulfing that just broke resistance as if it was nothing. So here, ideally, like a super high probability buy would be to wait for price to come back to retest this 1907 point, then wait for an entry signal to then look to buy up into next and new highs, which would be, in this case, the 1940 level, which is a 4-hour resistance level that if I scroll to the left, you can see marked off right here. So this will be our next target to look for buys. Now, if for whatever reason we should not get a beautiful retest back down into this 1907 level, or if price should not hold as a support and price just breaks below, I would like for price to break this low right here on the 4-hour time frame. So ideally I would like to see a new lower low formed, then wait for a retest up into this 4-hour resistance zone which we had here, to then like to sell back down into these next 4-hour and daily level, maybe even lower. But my BS overall on gold is still very, very bullish, so I will not be looking for sales unless this happens here. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week on the next one. Peace.